In Tbilisi, things are extremely serious.
On May 14, a delegation of European diplomats arrived in Tbilisi amid intense protests against the foreign influence law. They urged the Georgian government to reconsider. We spoke with one of them, Senator Pavel Fischer, chairman of the Czech Republic's Committee on Foreign Affairs, Defense and Security. What made you decide to come here in Tbilisi?
Solidarity, because there is something ongoing which is extremely serious concerning the future of this country, the whole region probably. So we decided to come, 5 of us, Finland, Lithuania, Poland, Germany, and Czech Republic, chairs of Foreign Committee. And I think that our willingness was not only to meet governmental officials, majority, Georgian Dream Party, but also people from the opposition and from the civic society.
You were expected to talk with the majority, but it didn't happen. What did they say?
We requested meetings, diplomatically speaking. This is a business as usual, that you come to a country, and if you request a meeting, generally your program is established in a way that people from the government, prime minister, ministers, meet you, deputy ministers, if there is none of them, because of their duties. And the same in the parliament, speaker or by deputy speakers. This time we couldn't meet the prime minister, the minister of foreign affairs, the speaker. We had only the opportunity to meet the chair of the Committee for Foreign Relations, who is member of Georgian Dream, and others didn't have time for us. We even didn't meet in the parliament. It was funny for us because we had to go to headquarters of Georgian Dream. But we accepted this, and we had also opportunity to meet Madam President Senator Zourabichvili and many people from the civic society.
Is she very concerned, the president?
We had the possibility to exchange with her in deep. What was for me very striking was her message 2 days ago, published for Georgian citizens. And in her speech, she was without any protocol. She was really in the fight. She was really in the arena. And while I studied this text, I understood that the situation is extremely concerning for her and for the future of the country. She speaks openly about Russian manipulation, provocations, and she invites people to be calm and police and armed forces to respect the rule of law. I was impressed by the tonality of this speech because in my previous years I was speechwriter of the late President Václav Havel, and he never had to draft such a speech. So this is really extremely serious moment.
In the end, you decided to join the protesters on the square in front of the parliament to have a speech. Isn't a bit, in a way, interference with local politics?
You know, we came here by solidarity and with the willingness to meet not only those who are in power, but also those who are disappointed. If the people who have a responsibility for this country do not receive us inside of the parliament, and we are invited outside of the parliament, I think that this is our role as politicians. And I know where is my duty and my constituency, and I know the constitution. So my take is not in Georgia. My responsibility is back to Prague. And I will come to Prague and I will challenge my government and I will say, hey, in Tbilisi, things are extremely serious. No business as usual. We have to change the course to make maybe some conditionality. And we will double check if you deliver in this.
You know, here many people say that the big issue is the deus ex machina of Georgian Dream, Mr. Ivanishvili. You really think that is doing all this because he's too linked to the Russian government?
I never met Mr. Bidzina Ivanishvili, so I cannot speak about him because I know that he's a very important entrepreneur, very rich man, influential actor. But I cannot speak about his plans because I can only follow what he does and what his party does. And his party speaks a lot about European integration. But I think that they didn't understood the sense of the European integration. They have the codes, maybe, they have the Newspeak, the Eurospeak, but they didn't understand that the rule of law is important for the European cooperation, and that it is not only by speaking that you become member, you have to deliver. And I think that here we have to be extremely demanding in order to see Georgian government to deliver.
Last question. What do you suggest to Georgian people? How should they react and handle this situation?
I have no advice to give. So my feeling is that first, on the square in front of the parliament, we met so many young people, so a lot of enthusiasm, that without having them listened by the government, the future of this country is lost. Because young people speak and think European. And if the government doesn't deliver, these young people will simply leave the country because of the visa liberalization regime. And I think that it would be pity for Georgia to lose the future, because country without young people has no future. So my feeling is that the moment is turning point, and that it is in the proper interest of this country that the Georgian government listens the frustrations, but also the aspirations and hopes of people who were today in the streets. The energy was amazing, and I have to say that I have some political experience, but this is really a very important moment that Georgia shouldn't miss and take, and maybe prepare the best, the future that could satisfy the expectations of Georgian citizens.
That was Senator Pavel Fischer sharing his perspective on the protest in Tbilisi and the foreign agents law. What do you think about the situation? Let us know in the comment, and don't forget to follow for more exclusive insights on global events. Stay up closer.